Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Moviemaker magazine. Today we have animator Sam Barnett with his movie, The Operator. Let's take a look at a clip. Sam, it's a pleasure to have you in the studio today. Tell us a brief synopsis about your film.
So the film is about a man who's attacked by a biomechanical parasite that comes out of the machine that's working on it. It turns out that the corporation that he works for is behind this thing that comes out of the machine and attacks him.
Wow. What was your inspiration behind the story?
There are a number of inspirations. Cordyceps mushrooms that infect the brains of ants, and they basically control the nervous system and make them climb up blades of grass until they get as high as possible, and then they cling on until eventually a mushroom bursts from their head and spreads the spores as far as they can. Second thing is what I think of as like parasitic ideas, which is anything that's like an ideology or something that's explicitly designed to manipulate people into submitting something that's terrible for them, which is there's all kinds of things being cults. If you look at North Korea, it's basically just a big parasitic idea. And then I also had a dream a while ago that was basically there was spores that were growing in my arm, and I was like trying to just cut them out, and I cut it out and then more would grow, and it was just this really horrifying experience of the idea of being infected by something. I think ties all this together, that there are these tiny things that you can't see or things that you don't understand that can become part of you. It's a scary idea.
I love how you turned a dream into a movie. That's incredible. That's amazing. The character has a very distinctive look. Yeah. What was the journey behind creating that character?
Basically, I'm just a bad sculptor. I was trying to make a human. It ends up working. I mean, I like the idea that it's just a weird looking sort of human thing, because it's the sort of human reality. It's, I shoot it like it's live action, so it doesn't feel like a cartoon in some ways, but it's still like kind of a cartoon idea, in that it's an amplification and distortion of what's actually going on in the world.
The animation is quite chilling. How did you create kind of those dramatic moments? Was the soundtrack important, or the music?
Soundtrack is huge. I was actually an experimental musician for a long time before I got into filmmaking, so I think about sound as being just as important as the image a lot of the time, and especially in horror. It just sets the tone, and it like gets you inside the head of the character. Like, there are things that without the sound you would just have no reaction to or laugh at, but if there's the sound like telling you that this is a horrifying thing, then you believe that it is, without even thinking about the sound necessarily.
That's great. What's next for you?
So right now I'm developing Operator into a longer form thing, which my managers want it to be a live action feature, which would be amazing. If that doesn't work out, and I'm not sold that the equity-backed studios are going to want to make such a kind of a politically charged film, I'm thinking about doing a stop-motion web series also, which could be a lot of fun.